Hey, what's up, everyone? You're here with Goran, Kirk, and Jack from PickDawgz. Thank you for joining us for another day of the Club World Cup soccer. And one more time, we have four games on the schedule, and it's, I believe, the third round of the group stage that we're kicking off on Monday.
Yeah.
A few interesting games on the schedule, and we are going to kick it off with a game between Seattle and PSG. Now, Seattle getting knocked out already, it's really not a big surprise. They've scored a couple of goals. Well, PSG, Kirk, getting a surprising loss against Botafogo, not even scoring a goal. They actually had less shots on target than Botafogo in that game, but they will come out flying in this game, in my opinion.
I told you. Doesn't surprise me that they lost that game. It's the type of teams that give these European powerhouses trouble. Those Brazilian teams. So I don't even know what my pick is, but I will take -2.5, 4.5, 7.5 PSG. I mean, they're playing Seattle Sounders. I mean, this is like this is just they should Seattle should forfeit this game because it's going to be that embarrassing. They shouldn't even step foot on this field. Give me Mayulu to score. Give me Vitinha to score. Give me Kvaratskhelia to score. Give me Due, Barcola, Ramos. Maybe even throw in Nuno Mendes. There you go. There's your 7 goal scorers for 7-0.
All the players you just named were actually playing in that game against Botafogo, and they still had only two shots on target in that match.
I know. Told
That's
you. Tough matchup. I mean, now you're playing a U12 team basically in comparison to Botafogo.
you're such an MLS hater.
I don't know how Porto beat Inter Miami or lost to Inter Miami. I don't know how that happened.
Because I told you, Porto this season is not the Porto they were like a couple of seasons ago, and they created chances in that game, yes, but I mean, Inter Miami was actually the better team in my opinion. Uh, as you can see, guys, Kirk is taking
Oh,
over
that's
one
my
and a half
pick.
goals in the
Yeah,
first half,
that's my
plus
pick.
106. Yeah, I'm taking PSG to win and over 3.5 goals, plus 126. They can get over 3.5 line themselves, Jack, and I would not be surprised if that happened at all.
No. You just got to see PSG back to business here. As I said, these Brazilians they've come to play. They've caught
As I've said,
m- multiple teams off guard. And you have to remember this is a PSG still literally 1 week ago who smashed Atletico 4-0. So, you can't look at one result and not consider the other one a few days prior. So I gotta go with PSG's -2. I can give you 2,000 reasons across this whole season why PSG are just good enough to go and score 3 or 4. So maybe I push it to -2.5 as a premium, but the free play for me for now, until I see lineups, it's -2.
What about this next game that we have, Jack, between Atletico Madrid and Botafogo? We know we just mentioned Botafogo getting a win against PSG. The first game they had was also a win against Seattle. But Atletico Madrid with a win here, I mean, they would need a big win to qualify. I think it's the goal difference, equal
Well,
number of
it's on
goals.
head to head, but then it ends up being a triangle
hmm
because Botafogo beat
So,
PSG, PSG beat Madrid, and Madrid beat Botafogo. So then it will go on goal difference for
so
those
yeah,
two.
Atletico
who's
Madrid
at the
needs a win
bottom
out of this
end of
one.
the triangle? MLS team.
They aren't in the triangle.
Exactly,
They're
they're
in
at
the
the bottom.
non-existent square.
They are the strongest part of the triangle. They're the base.
Yeah, they're the laughing stock.
Jack, what do you have here?
So I'm just too busy thinking about when they're all tied on 6 points. That's going to be drama, isn't it?
Only if
So it
Atletico
says
wins.
head-to-head games between the teams concerned, points total, goal difference, goal scored, and then that's it.
So it'll be down goal difference. And right now, PSG sit on +3, Botafogo sit on +2, which will go down if they lose this game. And then Atletico are currently on -2. So it's going to be close. It's going to be between these two, right? surely.
Yeah, so
Because PSG are miles ahead.
Atletico needs at least a two
Win.
goal win. At
Mm.
least a 2-goal win.
Do I think they're going to do that? No. I think Botafogo at least get a goal here. I can see them again starting the game really nicely. They're going to be feeling good after that PSG result. So, look, that being said, if they don't come out the gates hot, they definitely get a kick up the backside coming out into the second half. So I'm going to take them to win either half at plus 180. I think they're going to be the better team for at least 45 minutes here. I just hope they put the ball in the back of the net whilst they're doing it.
Your thoughts, Kirk?
It sounds strange, but I think Atletico is gonna play Botafogo better than PSG played them. You just kind of see how they played a team of that caliber. You can make some adjustments. I mean, you can't take anything away from that Seattle game. I mean, you can't watch that and be like, this is what we need to do. I mean, it's like letting a chicken with no head cut off run around on a field with turkeys chasing it. I mean, it's just Seattle has no chance. I don't know why they're in this once again, but I think I probably won't even bet this game. I do lean Atletico money line, but I also think it could be a 1-1 draw, as Atletico does. If it's 1-0 late, they do kind of need to push for that second goal. So I think they'll be more open. I'm going to take both teams to score.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Atletico on the money line, minus 139. It's not my favorite pick, but I don't know. Like you said, Kirk, Botafogo is much suited for Atletico to play against than PSG, obviously, because they will not be attacking as hard as PSG was in that game, and that's gonna give Atletico a little bit of a freedom in this game. So I'm gonna take Atletico on the money line. Porto and Al-Ahly in the next game, Kirk. Porto still has a chance to advance. They need a win out of this game by at least a couple of goals. And then they need Inter Miami or Palmeiras to lose. The worst thing for them, for Porto, would be a draw in that game, but they need to get the job done in this one. So when we are getting such a good price, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm taking Porto on the money line.
Agree.
Jack?
I'll correct you here. They can't have Miami lose. They can't have Miami lose because they lose to Miami on the tiebreak, on the head-to-head, because they just got beat 2-1 by them. So they're in an even stickier situation. The only thing they can do is win the game and then hope fate is tempted to let them in to the knockouts. So, yeah.
Their season's
gonna,
over. Miami ain't winning another game in this tournament.
well,
Yeah,
then
they are.
it's GG, right? But as I said, the only thing they can do is go and win. So I think they do. So I'll be shocked if they go this group, which I said at the start of this tournament was probably the easiest looking group out there. Okay, Porto didn't win the league either, Sporting one, but they're still the better team by a mile. Okay, maybe not by Palmeiras, but no way anyone had them not qualifying here. So yeah, Porto money line.
Well, the last game of the video, guys, Inter and Palmeiras, and I know who you are taking in this
Don't
game,
say
Kirk.
Inter. Say Miami. Do not say Inter without saying Miami. There's only one Inter.
No, there's actually one more somewhere in South America, I think.
Yeah, they're not Inter. They're Inter something. They're not just Inter. If you say Inter, you think of Inter Milan, not Inter Miami.
We already talked about Inter Milan. Now we're talking about this Inter.
It's not Inter. It's Inter Miami or Miami.
Hey, courts disagree with you, okay? Because this was
You
on
ask
court.
anyone in the world, who's Inter? No one's gonna say, "Oh, that team over in Miami."
I
That's
just
funny.
think Goran's into your head, to be honest.
No, I don't care if he's in my head. I have to make it known that
He
no
didn't
one
get the
should
pun.
ever
He didn't
say
get the
Inter.
pun, Goran. It's GG.
It's
I
fine.
don't care. It's just disrespectful to even consider an MLS team in the same caliber as a team that just was in the Champions League final.
Okay. It's better that they weren't in the Champions League final. They would spare themselves the the suffering that they had. Anyways, Kirk, what do you have here?
Palmeiras.
Of course.
I'm 4-1 in my picks with MLS teams. How could I go for them? The only one I lost was on Porto, Inter Miami. So how in the world would I think that Inter Miami can pull off a prophecy game again?
You got anything else to add, Jack?
Not really. Just Palmeiras' defense is going to be way too strong for a lazy Inter Miami offense. I mean, Leo Messi looks at like the first 10 minutes of the game and kind of works out whether it's going to be a tough game for him or not. If it isn't, he'll try, like we saw against
Such a
Porto.
bum.
They just gave him way too much. They said, just go and score, Leo. Go and score. That's what they said to him. The game before, Al-Ahly came to play. He didn't want any of that. He was trying to shoot from corners. He did not want anything in open play.
What a bum.
And now he's got the Brazilians coming in to crunch him. Trust me, the Brazilians want his head. They hate this guy. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough game for old Leo. Palmeiras on the money line.
Old Leo won't even sniff the pitch. His bodyguards are going to let him not play.
Yeah, I mean, Palmeiras is fine with the draw here. Inter is fine with the draw here. I'm taking the draw at plus 129. As you can see, the books are expecting it heavily. So
Plus
I don't know.
129? That's not right.
Probably
I
plus
think it is.
229.
There's no way it's plus 129, Goran.
No, it is plus 129.
There's just no way.
Name and shame that book immediately.
There's no way.
Well, check on your book what the price is.
I'll have a look right now.
Yeah, let Jack do it. There's no way it's plus 129.
It is.
It is plus 125 for me, Kirk.
What?
Telling you.
Wow. Well, then it's guaranteed, no? I've never seen a draw that low.
I mean, if it works for both of them, I guess, maybe.
Yeah,
I guess
a
all they
nil-nil draw
need to
gets both
do
of
is
them
draw.
through.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so.
Yeah, so Messi won't play because they don't
Like,
need
if
it.
it's 1-1 at 70 minutes, both teams are just
Yeah,
gonna
nobody's
pass the ball
pushing
around.
forward anymore.
They're doing a training drill or something in their own box.
129 is insane.
Yeah.
It's not
It's
even
probably
good
not even
value. I
worth
wouldn't even
taking.
take that.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
might.
for the
I tell
draw.
you what, I'm going to change my pick. I'm going to take the overcards, whatever the overcards line is, because they're going to get so bored that they don't need a result anymore. They are just going to crunch Suarez. They're going to crunch Messi. It's going to be cards fine. Like, they're going to have people fighting. You're going to have Mascherano on the pitch because he's Argentinian as well. Yeah, take the cards.
I'm gonna change my pick to the undercards actually, simply because. No, listen. I don't think anyone's gonna care enough to do anything stupid here. So give me the undercards.
I'm checking the line right now.
It's probably like 2.5
Why risk
cards.
being
There is no line.
suspended?
There is
Why
no
risk
line.
being suspended for next game by getting a card? It's meaningless. Take the
Not if they have-
undercard.
Not if they haven't already had one. It's a free one.
You want to
Right.
put $20 on the over undercards?
We need to wait for the line first, because if it's like over 8.5, I ain't taking it.
8.5. It'll be 4.5, 5.5.
No, here, I'll tell you right now.
I have no line
What
right now, literally.
My line's
Cards
9.5.
over 4.5 actually.
Okay, I'll
Well,
take it.
no. It's over 3.5. It's minus 125. So I would say that's the proper line.
Over 3.5?
Over 3.5 minus 125. Under 3.5 minus 114.
I'm not taking 3.5. All right, I'm sticking with Palmeiras money line.
Okay.
Yeah, there you have it, guys. That's it for this video. Once again, thank you for joining us here. Good luck with all of your bets. Join us on Discord, guys. Subscribe to the Pick Dawgz YouTube channel. Leave us a comment, of course. We still appreciate it a lot. And check out our premium picks on the PickDawgz.com website, or simply by clicking the links in the description of this video. Join us, and let's have a great day, guys. See you soon.